On with us. In fact, more breaking news coming in at this point of time where Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris has vowed to end the ongoing war in Gaza and ensure Israel's security and Palestinian people's right to dignity, freedom and self-determination. Harris, during her rally, also emphasized the need for a new generation of leaders in America, vowing to fight for the people and make healthcare a right and not a privilege. She also, in fact, pledged to lower healthcare costs and will also make housing and more such amenities affordable. My colleague Mehndi is still with us on the broadcast. Mehndi, now of course it's become a war in terms of narratives that are being thrown out. Now Kamala Harris also saying that she's going to lower the cost for healthcare and also in fact talking about the Israel-Gaza war that's ongoing. Take our viewers to the details on that front, please.
Well, rightly said, Asavi, because the war of words have escalated, and the Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris has, mentioned that how it is important to end the war in Gaza, and she also vowed to end the war in Gaza. And not only that, she also mentioned that she will also bring back the hostages home and also ensure Israeli security and the Palestinian people's right to dignity and self-determination. And these remarks by Harris has came at a rally in Michigan just days before the U.S. presidential elections. And also addressing the rally, Harris has mentioned that these years, as in the past years, were very difficult. And given the scale of death and destruction in Gaza that has happened, the civilians, the casualties that has happened, and the displacement in Lebanon is very, alarming right now. And as president, she also mentioned that she will do everything in her power to end the war in Gaza, to bring back the hostages and also the suffering in Gaza, to end that, and also ensure that how Israelis will be in a secure position and ensure that Palestinian people can also realize that their dignity that their right to dignity, freedom, security and self-determination will be retained. And also, while talking in the rally, she also mentioned that how they will continue to work on the diplomatic resolutions across the Israel and Lebanon border to protect the civilians and also provide long-lasting stability between the two countries. And also, Harris, during her rally, also emphasized the need for a new generation of leadership in America, going to fight for the people and also make healthcare a right but not a privilege. And she mentioned that it is the time for the new generation of leadership in America, and she is ready to offer that leadership as the next president of the U.S. And also, the vice president also pledged to lower the healthcare costs if she becomes the president, and also cut taxes for the workers and middle-class families, and also make housing and childcare more affordable. And Harris has further mentioned and stressed that healthcare should be a right but not just a privilege. And also she mentioned that, how she has gotten a chance to fight for the presidential elections, to fight for the post of the president. And there is nothing in the world that will stand in her way right now, because she is very determined right now, and she, every day she gets up to fight to make up for the life of the people in America, to make it better, to bring down the cost of living, and also to ban corporate price gouging on groceries, and also to make housing and childcare more affordable. So she mentioned her plans also, in which she mentioned that how she will cut taxes for workers, for the middle class families, and also for the small businesses that are growing in America right now. And also she mentioned that how, they will get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and also took the Americans back to the days when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions, but which will not happen if Kamala Harris will become the president of America. And also, Savi, during her address, Harris has also pledged to safeguard the reproductive freedom in America, and said that when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, and she will proudly sign it into the law as president of the United States. So these are some of the promises that have been done by Kamala Harris in one of the rallies in Michigan. Yes, Asavi.
Mehndi, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details with our viewers. On that note, we slip into a very short break. Thanks for watching.
Co-powered by